Hello, guys. I am Shane Davis, 20-year comic book veteran. I'm here joined with today Yanzi, and we are going to talk about not some great news. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball creator Toriyama has passed. This is news that is just now hitting the internet. Obviously, though, it seems like the families went ahead with the funeral, but now it's public knowledge that the creator has passed at the age of 68. Really not that old for a Japanese man. Let's get into it.
So this is official news here on the Dragon Ball official site. So we know this is not some kind of prank or hoax that's being played on the internet. We are told that Akira Toriyama passed away on March the 1st, which is almost a full week ago, of acute subdural hematoma, i.e., basically bleeding from the brain from head injuries. Now, we are not going to speculate on the cause of all that whatsoever, but it is very unfortunate that he has passed. And they have conducted a funeral, I guess, because they didn't want it to be like a big focal point. They do not want to get all these well wishes in a way. The Japanese are very private people. The last thing they want is to be a funeral to be turned into some kind of crazy fiasco or something. I guess I understand why they decided to keep it quiet until after the funeral is done and over with. Now, Akira Toriyama, everyone knows him best for working on Dragon Ball, or as you guys in the Western world know, as Dragon Ball Z, because they separate the Goku as a kid stuff as Dragon Ball and Goku as a grown up as Dragon Ball Z. So people are more familiar with Dragon Ball Z. Arguably, though, he was most famous for working on this manga called Dr. Slump with a little robot android girl, very well known that's because his shot to fame in Japan. Now, Dragon Ball is obviously what popularized him around the world. You can ask anybody in any culture, in any continent, well, maybe not the Antarctic, but you know what I mean. You can ask them, hey, you know about Dragon Ball? And they say, yeah, I know all about Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is a name that goes beyond the boundary of shonen manga, i.e., it goes beyond the appeal of teenage boys. Whether you're a man, woman, grown, child, an elderly person, whether you're gay, straight, bi, whatever you are, everyone likes Dragon Ball. So it's considered a very universal anime. So much so that Akira Toriyama was honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award at the Tokyo Anime Festival in 2024. You would say, wow, that took a long time, didn't it? For people who are wondering, well, what has Toriyama been doing ever since the success of Dragon Ball? Do all these popular creators just kind of just vanish after they're done with their most well-known series? It's kind of like people are wondering, what happened to Masashi Kishimoto, the creator of Naruto? He finished the manga in 2017, and it's like, where did he go? Well, they do a lot of work on the behind-the-scenes stuff, especially if their milk has remained popular in all the years afterwards. For example, Toriyama worked on the Dragon Ball Super manga, anime, all that stuff. He's kind of like a supervisor to the overall Dragon Ball universe. Any Dragon Ball animation, ever since that crazy Dragon Ball Evolution fiasco, pretty much has him rubber stamping everything.
Right.
So he is very much involved in his properties. There's one work, though, from him that a lot of people are looking forward to, actually. It's not even out yet, by the way. It's called Sandland, from the creator of Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama. So created this universe. It's kind of described like a Mad Max Tank Girl crossover thing. It's considered very highly anticipated. There's already been a movie and an anime series ordered for it. And obviously, you want to put in money on a video game. It's like that's a lot of developmental time and money to go into it. So the name Toriyama pretty much means financial success in a way in the Japanese community. We have, of course, seen condolences come out already. I'm not going to mention all of them, but most noticeably, he is considered kind of like a mentor type character to a lot of the newer, younger generations of shonen creators, especially people like Oda or Kishimoto. They do consider him like a mentor or father figure in a way. So it's difficult to say exactly what kind of impact this will be because after all, a lot of creators grew up watching Dragon Balls. Even the new generation of creators, people who are working on newer works like One Punch Man, My Hero Academia,
Right.
they came from the era that is still inspired by Dragon Ball because guess what? Dragon Ball is kind of ageless in a way.
The thing is a lot of American comic book artists in my generation are inspired by Dragon Ball. I know I looked at superhero and Superman fight scenes a lot different after watching Dragon Ball Z growing up on Toonami and stuff like that. I look at character development a lot different with characters like Vegeta and Piccolo, where like 1 minute your adversary can be somebody helping you out in the fight. To me, one of the greatest moments for me in the series was Piccolo beating the crap out of Gohan, trying to get toughen him up. I really
Oh
love.
my god. You like the child beater scene. I like Majin Vegeta. I like it when he flip-flop back and forth
Love.
between good and evil.
Yep, yep, the tough love, and again, Vegeta the same, 1 minute a villain, 1 minute your best friend, comrade. That type of stuff I really loved, and of course, you have to appreciate how, like, there's some things taken from Journey to the West, the Monkey King, and reimagined and made into this cool superhero type action comic. I see a lot of people try to reference the Monkey King, but Toriyama obviously took and made it his own, and I have to really hats off to that. It was done the right way and probably the only way to really do it justice. It's sad to see a creator leave so soon. I know that you're saying 68, but I mean, when you see other creators, especially Asian, living well into and working up until their 80s or 90s, even Joe Kubert, was a very old comic creator that was still working there at the end. It's really, I do think like there were a lot more years left for this gentleman, and a lot of characters we're never going to see. You're talking about a creator that was constantly adding new characters and new lore and new merchandisable characters to the foundation of Dragon Ball. And unlike Marvel and DC, I think the brand was constantly growing and staying true to itself at the same time. A lot of action adventure type comics, anime stuff, you have to look at Dragon Ball and see everything that's being done right. Of course, there's some missteps there along the way, but they were even trying to upgrade characters like Piccolo and stuff. I have to appreciate that creatively and as a fan. If you guys will hit like, subscribe, ring the bell for notification. And, this is kind of an odd video for us, but, wanted to pay respects. Also, if you guys will, please check out Inglorious Rex. This is our creator-owned comic. It is going to come down in 9 days. No in demand. We are going off to print. We have officially crossed $300,000 on this campaign. If you add volume, the second chance to the first campaign for volume 2, $300,000 passed. We want to thank you guys for that. We do try to make the best comics we can over here at Nine Lives Comics. I'll leave you guys a trailer for this smash hit comic coming out fairly soon.
Guess who stepped on the scene? I got greatness all in my jeans. Ain't no way that I can slow down. I'm laced up, look how I shake the ground. Can't touch the crown, but you can kiss the ring. Close your eyes and see how I live a dream. I'm too smooth, MJ with the lean. Don't be fooled, I came through with the team. This is over their heads, how high can it go? I'm too over the edge, got my eyes on the goal. And we right back at it, keep them right on their toes. Look at the way that I move, this is all that I know. Cause I got the drive, I put it in gear. Line them up, I don't see no competitive team. If it ain't first place, we really can't settle for it. Listen up, get ready for it.